Is the AI bubble about to burst? Is there even an AI bubble? What's going on? Are people going to increase usage? Decrease usage? Are prices for AI going to change? Is there going to be a massive rug pull where you integrate it so deeply into your company and then 6 months, a year down the road, Anthropic or ChatGPT says, hey, guess what? Actually, we're going to change the pricing now that you can't remove it from your systems. That sounds scary, that last one. It really does. There are a lot of things going on right now, so let's cover a few of them. What is a bubble? Well, things go too far up, pop, and then they come back down. Anthropic just recently got $1 trillion valuation. SpaceX is $1.7 trillion valuation. And much of that company is now the AI branch of it. Actually, most of their revenues are going to be from that this year so far. And ChatGPT might go for $1 trillion IPO later this year. Okay, good, sounds great. So let's see what's actually happening in AI world. The number one place where AI has been put into every aspect of corporate life is programming. All of the development, because it's actually pretty darn amazing what it can do. Try it out yourself and you'll fancy yourself a programmer in no time. It's really, really cool. But it is absolutely not perfect. So let's talk about one of the biggest issues with it right now. Pricing. Pricing is so expensive that Microsoft dropped their Claude earlier this year. They are getting rid of it, switching it out. Uber blew through their budget for AI in 4 months. And it seems that the ROI is a bit unclear. And if these really big companies are having that issue, you can imagine that every company down the line is having the same thing. How does Microsoft not have an unlimited budget? And they're having to make cuts due to budget? Okay. Now let's talk about usage and productivity. In order to force employees to use AI as much as possible, big companies like Facebook developed leaderboards, AI leaderboards, where they ranked everybody based on how much AI they were using. And they called it claudenomics and token maxing so that the younger generation would understand. But it wasn't just Facebook who did that. It was many other companies. A friend of mine in a top tech company said that they are required to use AI for every single code change, even if it is just one line. And they are being evaluated based on their usage. According to that person, it is really reducing productivity, creating a lot of headaches, and making them wonder sometimes what the hell they're even doing. It seems like management doesn't know. It seems like nobody knows. Everybody was just sort of scared into doing this. So does it make you more productive or less productive if you're a developer and you're using AI? I would argue that it largely depends what you're doing. But in the context of a large functioning organization with lots of different developers at different levels, from junior to senior, lots of management, they have a lot of processes in play. And one study came out that said, sorry, I love this. It came out earlier this year and said that it reduces productivity by about 20%, 19% to be exact. But they feel 25% more productive. Now, feelings don't really get transferred to a spreadsheet. So that's probably why the accounting department was like, whoa, let's pause this. The most interesting part about that, by the way, is that the junior devs created a lot more code than before, but the senior devs had to review it all, make sure there were no issues, make sure it was maintainable, no technical debt, basically that it worked within the context of the greater organization and its goals. So some were more productive, and then others had a bunch more work that made them less productive. Now this could change in a few years. AI is rapidly changing. And I feel like every month One of the big AI companies is promising me that my life is going to be forever changed in some sort of positive way. Some months I'm going to get UBI, Universal Basic Income. Some months I'm just going to be able to sit on a beach and do nothing and sip rum from coconuts. Well, I don't know that my skin will handle that very well, so let's get back to the real world, shall we? Companies force their employees to use more AI than they would have ever normally used. Companies are now cutting back because it costs too much. Valuations for these AI companies are based on usage and growth, which is based on previous numbers and future projections. Well, if they're starting to cut back, is that maybe why there's such a race for IPOs right now? They want to get out there before it bursts. I don't know the answer to this. I would love to hear your thoughts on it, your input. I think the AI is amazing, but I think that it needs to be applied surgically. You can't just put a little AI blanket over everything and hope that it's going to be okay. It doesn't even work that way. People have to learn how to use it. Your communication with AI is different than with other tools. And then integrating into your workflow. There's already a disruption when you input it. So if the actual tool itself is going to overall reduce productivity, I don't know. That might be something to think about. That's all for this video. Make sure to let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and show us some love. Share the video with some friends. And that's about it for this one. Have a great day. See you next time. Cheers.